All right. Welcome to the Non-Stuffy Attorneys podcast. Got Andrew Zihmer on as a guest again. Very, very excited to have you. Yeah, man. How are things going?
Really good. I mean, other than my jacked eye, so I've got to go handle that. But things are good. Law firm's good. Vertex is good. Had my book launch yesterday. That was a pretty dang fun day. So it's been busy. Good busy.
Hell yeah, yeah. The high performance law firm, right?
That's right. I got my copy here, and people can get it on Amazon now. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I actually got a copy today.
Right on, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Tell me a little bit about it.
So, we started the law firm in 2017. I joined Tracy full-time in 2018. And around 2019, I was starting to take notes of what was working, what wasn't, things we were trying. It was kind of my little business journal. Do more of this, don't do this, let's try this next. Just kind of learning things. And when we created Vertex leaving 2023, I went, this might be useful to people. So then I started shifting it into a book. And so then that finally came out. So it's really there's some background story of where we were, kind of how we figured things out, but it's really just kind of every tactic and strategy I know that we've ever applied and how to go do it up through the different phases as we grew the law firm.
So like some topics like admin stuff, sales stuff, like
so it's broken into what we call the Vertex method, really the three pillars of marketing, systems, and leadership. And we call, for the purpose of it, marketing's broader. That's still going to be sales, intake, advertising, full-blown marketing. Systems is then really the way you're doing things, and then leadership being, let's go build a team and we can do more, right? The firm can do more without you having to do more work because we can scale through people. So it's everything from things on Google Ads, webinars, sales, the psychology of yes, building offers, streamlining workflow, hiring, delegating, metrics, numbers that you should be very aware of, even if you're not a math person like me, some bare minimums you've got to get into, and then kind of how to keep cranking that and keep that going so you can maximize. The idea of the book is what we've done, which is let's have a lot of fun, do really well, take boatloads of time off, and have a good time that way. I think yesterday was my 73rd day off, work Monday through Friday this year. And so it's different, right? Some people want that, but it's not engineer the Andrew Zihmer version. It's what do you want, but knowing these principles work however you want. If you want to make way more, just work, if I didn't take that off, we'd be bigger. But that's kind of the right balance for us of work part-time and do pretty well and have a lot of fun. And so that's the idea of engineer your life is what do you want? Reverse engineer, make the law firm do whatever it is you actually want it to do instead of just going in, putting your head down, working, and all of a sudden 10 years later going, this isn't what I want. Okay, but what did you design it for? Well, I didn't design it for anything. Well, that's why you're probably not where you want to be.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you can really have you can really have whatever you want in life.
Yes.
It's like
just go build it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this is what I want to have. Okay, what do I need to do to have that? Okay, now
Yes.
what do I need to be to do those things? Really, Ashley and I have always taken this philosophy that we can have whatever the hell we want, right? Whatever we want in life, like we can have it. Now, just what's it going to take? What are the actions that need to be done to get it? That's good, man. I like that whole philosophy, right? Setting it up, right? Systems, all that shit.
Yes, and because when I take a step back, right, and we're similar but different phase of life. Like your daughter's, how old is she?
14.
14. My kids are 6 and 9. So I know we're a couple of years from them being like probably a little less wanting to be around mom and dad. So then, I'm probably taking less time off, and it's easier to work until I enjoy work. Like I love what I do. I want to be home for dinner with them and through homework and things. If they're going to be out with friends or at practice, I could work till 8 o'clock every night. It's just going to be what season of life it is. Right now, it's not. So I'm enjoying it. But when people go, oh, well, I don't want that. Or it's engineered for what you want, where you're at, understanding things change. I imagine this looks different when kids go to college and things. Or these different phases of life, it's allowed to pivot. You're not locked into one style forever.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we've been in this. Like, our daughter's in volleyball now, and so she's got volleyball and training almost 5 nights a week. She gets home about 9 o'clock. But then she got into volleyball when she was maybe 10 or 11. But before that, she was a competitive gymnast. And so she was practicing 4 nights a week, from 4 to 9 each day. So it was like, all right, she's practicing for 5 hours a day. Like, all right, we're working,
Yes. Yeah.
Like, what else am I going to do? Watch Netflix?
Netflix doesn't pay bills. No. It's so funny. That was a topic that came up in Vertex recently, and I hammer it, but it was that I don't have time crowd. I don't have time for this. And it was like, well, why don't you audit your life and see what shakes out? And no judgment, but I bet you're making time for Netflix. I bet you're making time for all of these different things. Don't say you can't.
Your 8 hours of Instagram.
Don't say I don't have time for the gym or to grow my firm or for date night with my spouse or whatever it is. You do. You've just got priorities, and you've set them, and maybe this will be a wake-up call to go, ooh, that should be a little lower down the list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How's the law firm's doing well?
It is. Another record year. Team's doing really well, having a lot of fun. This year so this will be a fun chat. So we have not really enjoyed working for a while with certain referral partners. Basically, Tracy had built a referral basis, and in the early days, it was kind of, what do you need? We will do it however you need to. It was catering to certain individuals, which was fine.
What kind of referral? Like other
financial advisors, and it was just, could we have the pre-meeting, send the person over, talk after, talk again, handhold, can we do like dual signings? And it was like, no, like we've got a process. And so as we did more in the digital space, it was like these folks they don't know any different. They just come in and, what do you guys do? It was the Zihmer Law Firm way, and we were done. So a couple years ago, we wanted to start turning the volume down on the advisors, or changing like that dynamic so they understand it can't be that way anymore. And so we're really happy. We grew by about 15% this year so far, year on year, or 12 months, rolling 12s. But we killed off almost $400,000 in revenue from that. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we still grew 15% with shutting that just about off, which was really good because now we're much more in line with our client avatar groups. Our offers are much more in alignment. There's not this like 1 in 3 estate plans is like a Wild West custom, how many meetings and places. It's just, this is the way. It's much more regimented, which is what we want because that's way more profitable.
Totally. You guys couldn't handle these guys? Be like, nah, we're not doing it that way?
We could. It was hard because these folks had been since before the firm even. This was 2013, 14, 15, 16, and we had done it. And then, and some have stuck around. Some have gone, yeah, we just want to work with you. That's cool if the rules have changed. Other people have been like, we'll go elsewhere. We go, that's fine. It's not enjoyable to do the work with you.
Yeah. There's something freeing about that, right? Like saying, you know what, we don't need you.
Yep.
And we with our marketing company, we just had a client who was a real, we're basically like, no, we're not gonna work with them anymore. And it's very freeing. It actually probably generates more revenue for you when you do that.
It's shocking. You do these audits, and Tracy and I go, how much time did we spend dealing with this client or back with the referral source on them for $4,800? Like, no, like, let's just be done with that. And it feels good. And now the ones who go, you guys are awesome. Let's make this work. It's cool. We've got an advisor that loves it so much that he went, can we help figure out maybe a custom solution if I send you enough people? Yeah, what do you want? Like, we'll design it together. And he's been super happy. He basically sells it for us and just kind of drops them in, like, you'll work with them. Here's a payment link. Here's an engagement letter. Talk to them however you guys need to. But, like, he has just set it up. We go, I can give you a discount if we're cutting off basically our own sales out. It's phenomenal. Happy to do this stuff. but he's very aware of what we do, what we don't do, and do that. And so it's been a great relationship. So it's not like we don't love strategic partners. It was just, it needs to be a bit more two-way street and not so we'll kind of bend over to whatever you guys want.
Yeah, for sure. Are you guys doing probate?
Yeah. We're close to 50-50 between planning and probate. We do a ton of probate. Probate's a bear in Pennsylvania. I don't know how it is in your state. I mean, we're definitely one of the worst states. I'm not going to say the worst, but we're probably bottom 10 or 5. Just, it's a lot of work. It's very statutorily governed. We have an inheritance tax return, so everything but basically everything but life insurance has an inheritance tax on every dollar. So there's no, like, under $1 million, no tax. If you inherit $12 in Pennsylvania, you're being taxed on it. So a lot of our work is this tax return, all the deductions we can get for people, and then you go into full formal summary, whatever you want to call probate. Like, the full thing in Pennsylvania typically is over 50,000, or as soon as there's a house.
Yeah.
So, again, there's other states, under $500,000, or you're not. It's easier. No, you're doing the whole thing. So our average fee is about $14,000 for probate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for just kind of when you start, how does that relate? Like our average estate plan's like $4,100 across the board. Our average probate's about $14,000.
Huh. Are you charging that up front?
We do 3 payments. So, I mean, we won't do work without the next payment. So not quite thirds, but we'll call it, a third to get started. The next third within 2 weeks of being sworn in, and you have access to all the accounts and you pay yourself back. And then final third about 3 months in.
Okay. How long is the whole process generally?
Our average is 13 to 14 months.
Yeah. Yeah, we're a little bit shorter. We're about 9 to 12 months.
Okay.
Here.
Our creditor claim periods for advertising creditors is a year.
Oh my God.
So you can't do that until they get sworn in. So once they get sworn in, then we advertise. And even if you're done, you're still waiting on that to clear then before you do your final step. So it's hard to not be like 13 and a half to 14 months, even if you're like waiting for the end.
Yeah. Are you charging a percentage?
No, we just calculate it on work involved. It's why we do so well with it, because if we base it based on, is it testate or intestate? Which county? If it's testate, is it self-proving will or not? If it's intestate, kind of all these dynamics. How many renunciations do we need? How many beneficiaries? Are there charities involved or not? Is it going to pull the attorney general in or not? Like we map all that stuff out, and then the type of asset and the number of each type of asset. Is it one house? Is it a house with a side lot? Is it six deeds? Is it 2 checking accounts, a savings account, a brokerage, 4 CDs, 3 IRAs? We build all on that, and then we build a tool that just kicks out fees. And then we do 3 packages to do like a comparative stack. And most of them pick the middle.
What's the difference between the packages?
How much we're doing, and how much, a lot's communication. It's like our lowest package is, I want to say, 2 meetings, 3 phone calls and 10 emails with the firm. The middle one is the 2 meetings, 3 phone calls, unlimited email. The highest is unlimited, whatever you need. Our highest package for like the tax return, you could dump a box of documents off. We'll go through all the receipts, expenses, statements. We'll figure it all out. In the other packages, we have basically like an Excel document, like spreadsheet. You have to go help us get organized. So if they want to save some money, then you are going to do some of that legwork on the executor's end, personal rep, and then we'll do all the legal side. If they start wanting more executor assistance, then we do those higher tiers.
Are you able to send me that stuff easily?
Yeah, dude. I'll hook you up.
Okay.
We're buddies. You put me on here. Like, typically that's a locked down thing, not for everybody, but yeah, for you, I can make an exception.
I appreciate that. Yeah, because we're doing like your premium plan right now, and our average fee is $7,500.
Dude, no. For $7,500, I'd be like, you're doing this, you're doing this. Like we go to probate with them. But like we build in, like what county is it? Because we do all of PA. If it's one of the ones here within 45 minutes, that fee is here. If it's, we're in Pittsburgh. If it's Philadelphia, when I put it in, as soon as I drop that county in, that tool starts kicking in like, I don't know, $2,900 more or something to the fee, because I've got to send a person out, Probably gonna have to get them a hotel for the night. Like, it's a whole thing now.
You have to make a lot of court appearances there.
We can. Some areas do virtual, some don't, and it's county by county, so it's not like a Pennsylvania thing. Each county in PA is unique. So I think it's Philadelphia. It's one of the ones in Philadelphia. It's either Philly or something in the surrounding area. Like they won't do virtual unless you're, I think it's out of state. So if you live over here, they're like, you're coming in. We won't do virtual. But if you lived in New Jersey, which might be 45 minutes away, they would let you do virtual.
Right. You live like in Camden.
Welcome to Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Yeah, you live in Camden, a 10-minute drive
Yes.
to Philadelphia.
Yes.
No, you're in Pittsburgh. Sorry.
But we account for all that stuff. And then our fees, like I would say our base package is usually 9 to 12,000. Our middle then is in that like 12 to 16. Then our high is usually 2 to 3 times higher. Like our highest will be 30 to 50,000. And it shocks you. Every once in a while somebody's like, I'm leaning that way. And then it's cool, right? Because if it's a good fit, I'm like, and that's valid. If not, you like sales, right? I'll unsell it. Like it's you and your sibling. You guys totally get along, and it's not that bad. Like, don't do that one. Definitely do middle, and then it just builds so much trust because I'm like, I literally took the $50,000 off, and they're like, so can I just write you the check for $19,000 today? Yep, you can. They're like, oh my gosh, you saved me, $31,000. I'm like, I know. Yeah. I got your back.
Are you not running into any like we were talking about recently on one of the masterminds where like offering these different tiers where people have a tough decision to decide, they have a tough time deciding between the options.
We don't, because we'll let them move up tiers, or we do we'll basically like upsell add-on individual pieces throughout. So if they go, I think I really am good at the low, like lock in. Like if you're not committed to the middle, again, I'd rather get your dollars today and get you engaged. Right. So let's get you on the low package. And I'm like, then you get jammed up somewhere along the way, let us know and we'll rescope adding in 1 or 2 things. And so then we just bump our prices up another couple thousand anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude, you need to send that to me. I need to get this revamped.
Yeah, I think you guys will be doing less effort and or getting paid. Like, you know what I mean? It'll be for 5, 6, 7,000. You'll be doing way less probably effort, and then probably north of 10, 12. You probably, you'll get paid more to do what you're doing and shift that way, which is like, why not?
Yeah, because we have a base price or a percentage of the estate.
Yep.
So whatever's greater. So we'll get those $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 ones, but it all kind of between summary and formal, our average is around 70, 75, I think maybe 77.
A lot of people in PA do a percentage. There's this thing called the Johnson Estate, and it was set in some county years ago. And so there's folks that do it. It gets insanely high, and then a lot of people talk to those firms and then want to shop. Like, there's no way this is worth $90,000. And it's like, to be fair, it's not just because you've got fat accounts. This is not, it's 2 bennies. There's a will, there's a house, just because there's $6 million in an IRA or whatever, and another $1 million in a checking account, savings account, doesn't make this hard. So then we're like, yeah, we could do that for like $25,000. And like, all right, I'll write the check today. And it's like, perfect. So we steal those from people all the time because they don't know a better way to come up with it, or hourly. Right? And then those people come in like, can you give me a ballpark? I'm like, I can give you to the dollar. Because hourlies, right, they get scared. I would too. Like, I hate hourly work. Like when we had accountants in the past before who we have now, like when it was just, what's this going to be? Oh, like give me like 1,000, 10,000. Like, give me at least a range where it's like, it's an insurance policy. Flat fee for the client is, you might be paying more, but you also know like it's not going to go beyond that, provided we stay in scope.
Yeah. People generally don't like the mystery. Right? It's very unsettling.
Yeah. But I'll let our competitors who want to put their head in the sand keep doing hourly.
Yeah. Right. Are you getting most of your probate clients from Google Ads?
Yeah, we get a ton from Google. Google does very well. We get the referrals in from people and things like that, but we get a ton of, and when you really dig on the search terms, it's not like for as many as, estate attorney, probate attorney, there's a lot that are mom died, what do we do next? Have the will, how do you carry out a will? It's all of those, they are stuck and they don't know what to do. And so we're picking up all of those, pushing to really good landing pages that are really walking through answering that. And they're like, I learned more on your page than I talked to somebody else. Let's sit down. And we do a really in-depth discovery and share, what the process is. It's a big, I think, kudos to our styles. A lot of times they're like, that 30-minute free meeting, I learned more with you there than I did in an hour and a half with another attorney. Yeah. It's like, well, can you imagine how good it is when you work with us?
There you go. Fucking closing them.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, I've pulled up other firms' Google reviews in my office before. They were like, I talked to this other firm. Like, let's pull them up. Like, oh my God, they're amazing at tax appeal DUIs. Do you have one of those? They're like, no. I'm like, man, because they seem really good at those. Like, let me show you ours. Man, they're like, okay, so it sounds like this is what you guys do. I'm like, a little bit.
Oh, that's funny. What about, are you getting quite a bit of litigation leads?
We do. We send them out. We don't do any contested probate. We don't do any litigation. So when we do, we have partners we refer them to. We've tried to set the ads up such that we're not getting a ton of that.
Like impossible. It's
hard. We still get those calls. And it's usually, do you know Dan Schnurbush?
No.
We should get you connected. You like him. And he does a lot of probate out, I think, Missouri. And he just put a thing on Facebook of like, effectively, it was like when they schedule on Calendly themselves, like the longer that like that response is, like the notes for the meeting, like, right? And it's like, it's one sentence like, hey, mom died, me and sister, next steps. Oh, you're going to be awesome. When it's like 17 paragraphs of the attorneys they've fired, they've no money left, everyone's out to get them. It's like, just send it straight over to one of our partners. Like, we're not talking to them.
Yeah, we see that all the time. It's like, as soon as I start reading along.
If I have to scroll, like, you're not a fit.
No. Anything more than 5 sentences is usually, you're out.
Yeah, 1 or 2 or 3 is nice. You gave some background. After that, it is like, and then 1996, my sister stole the tractor. Like, what does this have to do with anything?
Yeah, the completely irrelevant comments. Like,
yes. Because the sales, right? Like, during discovery, you're like, so does this have any bearing on anything that we're trying to, like, let me tell you some facts. Mom's second of 4 husbands, like, why?
And he was a painter in the union in 1929. Like, what?
Yeah, we could write sales books or do like, I don't know. There could probably be a whole podcast of just like, they're all John Smith stories of like, oh my gosh, the stuff that comes through, it's wild.
Yeah. The trick is getting off with them fast, because some of those people, and they'll get upset too.
So what I have found is there's an art to it. I try to find something they say that makes it that's why we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to dig a little bit. But it's like, oh, you said you've got like step siblings. Oh, like we're not really good with those ones. Oh my God, I thought you were all blood. Oh, yeah, that's kind of messy. That's not really our strong suit. You'd probably want to find somebody that like specializes in that.
That's funny. Oh, there's a bank account? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh my God. It's a house and a side lot. Those are so tricky.
Yeah, you need a litigation.
Yeah.
We're man, we get so many litigation leads still, no matter what we do, they still come through, and we're trying to find someone, we're trying to take it on. We're trying to take on litigation now.
I think it's smart. I think that's overall the right move. We send enough out if we could find somebody who would want to do it, and do it kind of our way though, like try to figure out how to do it flat fee and, for premiums and stuff.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to do the flat fee. We're not certain about that yet. I just don't know. We just don't know enough about the different stages.
Yes, correct. Yeah, it's not that it can't be done. It's just we have to understand. Yeah, what you're getting into, what happens, where does it branch, where does it come back together? Yeah.
There's a firm that we're about to partner with.
Sweet.
So we'll refer them to litigation cases. We'll be on the case with them.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll be like learning about it and all that stuff. I feel like we're just kind of throwing money away. by not doing it.
But again, it comes to the data. You can track, oh, we get 2 of these a year, not worth it. All of a sudden, it's like, we're sending 2 over a week. Like, okay, you could keep a team busy.
2 a week, 2 an hour. Feels
right?
like.
Yep. Do you guys do LSA?
Yeah.
That has been working nicely. I don't know. A couple years ago, we did it, and it didn't work for us. It seemed hit or miss in the marketing circles. Like, it either worked or didn't, and it seems like it's working for a lot more people right now.
Are you not doing it?
We are, and I love
It's
it.
working now. Like,
Yeah. But like whenever it first came out, I tried to jump in it, and it was like they were horrific leads. But now it's they're nice. So we spend a good bit on LSA as well.
Yeah. I'm really trying to reduce our budget. We just got to get the cost per lead down, cost per acquisition, all that. But that comes down to sales. Right? It's
both halves. Yeah, there's the Google half, but then there's still like if you can close and bump up. I mean, it helps.
Yeah, we've really dialed in our market qualified lead stat within Zoho.
Nice.
Getting that really dialed in. Each cost per lead per campaign, and
yes,
per acquisition per campaign, and it's a whole thing.
I don't know who said it, but it's true. It's that like 80% of revenue comes from 20% of your ad spend. A Pareto law everywhere, and including there. And the people that aren't data junkies, you don't like you start going, we can like shut these campaigns off and reallocate funds elsewhere.
Yeah, it's funny though, because for our probate campaign, this has got to be a Google thing. So we run statewide for probate, and our Google ads, we have a Florida probate campaign, and the cost per acquisition was higher than I wanted it. And then we have a national campaign for people who live out of state who need a Florida probate.
Yep.
Right. And the cost per acquisition for that was like a third of what the state one was. And I'm like, okay, well, kind of makes sense, right? If someone's calling from New York, their mom died in Florida, they're a little bit more serious than someone. Maybe they're a little more serious. I don't know. Or they're going to do less shopping around or whatever than someone local. So then we essentially reversed the budgets, and because we were spending a lot more on the Florida budget campaign than the national one, and sure as shit, the cost per acquisition went up on the national one and went down on the Florida one. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, man. It's I mean, I don't know how much of the antitrust stuff you read through, at times, but I mean, they were very like, we don't play any games with the stuff. And then, the anti with DOJ came out, was like, oh, you guys play a lot of games.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We don't break them apart. We run everything as intent for the area. That way we're picking up, we're not boxed by you have to be actively in the area. Is my intent back to the area. So that way we pick up children who live out of the area on probate and stuff. But we have not split it apart. Like, as long as the intent is basically greater Pittsburgh, I don't care if you live here or if you live elsewhere. If your intent is here, we want those ads to show.
Yeah. We split it apart.
I like that.
Yeah, man, I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out exactly, like, what the hell is going on. Because, as soon as we start spending more money, the cost per lead and acquisition goes up.
And then the other ones, do you guys see this? So then we get a lot of crossover of probate searches. People don't understand what they're searching for. So we'll get probate searches for planning. We'll get planning searches for probate. And so then our landing pages, halfway down, we end up still putting a blurb about the other thing usually on it to pick that person up, because people be like, oh, I need estate planning. And it's like, so what do you need? Well, dad died, so we need to plan the next steps. Got it. Yep, we can help, but that's not what that is, right? And so you see a lot of that, or like, hey, we need a probate attorney. Like, why? Because we want to avoid probate for our kids. And so we see a lot of that, which then gets goofy because, your average case values aren't that, it's, those campaigns are still bringing clients in, but it's like, that's not really the right client, but we can do it. So it is qualified, but it's not really qualified per the campaign.
Excuse the numbers.
It does. End of the day, it's good revenue. But when you're trying to really tear it apart, there's a percentage that you go, this should be over. I wish they searched this; it would be cleaner. But I'm glad they searched and found us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With the, I'm doing the sales for the non-stuffy attorneys marketing, and with the estate planning attorneys that we have that don't do probate. I know. I'm like, hey, look, we're going to run ads, right? You are going to get calls for probate. Like, people are going to search for an estate attorney, and they actually need a probate attorney.
Yes.
Right? Like, can't avoid it. And start doing probate.
Right. That should be the discussion from you is, at some point you're going to want to say yes to this. And, a lot of states, it's not too bad. It's a nice moneymaker.
Yeah. I mean, it's 70% of our business right now. We have.
Is it?
Yeah, I think we have about 400 active cases right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're 50-50, very close. We're trying to shift. We're not trying to shut probate off, but there's a lot of things that you're not in control of, at least for us in Pennsylvania. They do go on a while, just dealing with the executor, selling the property, all that stuff. So our big growth path, we've definitely decided we want to push further on planning. Profitability is just insane. Push the planning side, knowing we'll still keep growing it. We're going to keep investing in ads, but if you go, which one do we want to be at 60-70% in the next 12 months, 18 months? For us, we want to shift to planning.
Yeah. We were trying to break down how profitable the probate is for us, but it was just like
it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, it's like how the hell do I even figure that out? I was talking with our CPA, and it's like, ugh. She's like, well, how much time do they spend on it? It's like totally varies, right?
Yeah, it crosses years.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, where estate planning, it's like a long one. We're done in 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Like life cycle is, inside of a quarter. Like, it's easy to what happened. They are dragging their feet for this to go on to 2 months.
Right. And you're not dealing with the drama.
No, not at all. It's easier. We like being, I say strict here, like to you, with them, it's a process and it's just the way we do it. But that strictness is easier in estate planning because there's not as many deviation points where there's so many deviation points in probate.
Right. Yeah. Are you guys doing any seminars or webinars?
We just, it's so fun. So we just got back into webinars. So we did them like a year and a half ago, and we were doing what I would say most people do. So we were doing the webinar. Tracy would do it. The CTA was to then the sales meeting, meet with me, the consult, whatever that was free, go through, get them to then do, because we do like a 2-part, like pay $1,000 into the design meeting, balances then after you sit down, because then they all convert. It's like 99.9%.
Yeah.
We were doing it, and like the people that were taking the CTA, like taking the offer on the webinars, there were so many tired, like they'd get on with me. You're the 11th one of these we've done. We want to get our questions answered. Like, this is awful. So we killed it, and because we do so many webinars in Vertex League, and what most...
Let me
okay, yep, okay.
So these people were paying for a session with you? Or
no.
Okay.
So it was all free, right? Because we do a free consult for everybody. Yep. So
they're attending the webinar, and then they're booking a call with you, just trying to get some free advice.
Yes, and sometimes they came in, but so then ROAS was really low. And in Vertex, we'd run webinars and get people into the coaching group, a webinar, and be like, what's the CTA? Click the button and join. Yeah. Like, I'm not talking to you about this. And when you really think about it, that program, it's $400 a month, it's $4,800 a year. So when you think of like LTV, it's not that different. So this works, and I can sell that all the time. So we went back and revamped our webinars. So we've been doing them now for a couple of months. And so what we do is the CTA then is a discounted meeting. Urgency. It's like 2 hours. It's like 2 hours like post end of the meeting. Instead of being $1,000 for the design meeting, it's $450. We have a little bit more attractive offer now. They do that, right? And then they come in. And so then they're coming in, they can meet with the attorney, we're covered. Then that applies to the total, $6,000, $5,500, whatever the whole total is, right? So then they give us the balance and we do the plan. They all still come in. But now ROAS on these is like 14 to 18 on our webinars, and it's cut me out of sales, which is even better.
Right, right. They have an option just to pay online and book the call.
Checkout page. The CTA is a checkout page. In name, credit card, all that. When they do that, the thank you page is a calendar link.
Okay. Are these people local, or are you doing it statewide?
Local. I mean, up to about hour and a half away.
Yeah.
We're trying to target like I think 50 or 60 miles from our office, but sometimes it picks up even a little bit further. It feels like, or the real outskirts of that 50-ish miles. But it's been working. That's been working nicely.
Yeah. Are you giving pricing at the end of the webinar?
Range, yeah. Just the way they know. We just kind of give out. We'll start at packages $1,850. Trust packages start at $3,800. Just so they kind of can self-select out. We showed a lot of value at that point. So then when they're coming in, what's insane is like Tracy just closed another one today. That group, that marketing channel is a higher average case value. Like if our total average is like 4,100, that's been starting to come in like 5,600 average.
Huh.
It's insane.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking into it. We use Zoho, and Zoho has a webinar feature, and I was thinking about like, do we do an evergreen thing?
My 2 cents would be not until you kill it, until you're like, I can close and convert this non-stop it. I mean, at least 25, maybe closer to 30% or a little over. Like once you're like, hey, that's what that does. They still not like, I don't know. They always seem like they convert lower. Not like you shouldn't do them, but just if you do like a decent one, it's going to convert low. If you put the killer in, it's still going to be less than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely got to get it in.
They're good. We're going to start doing seminars too then. But again, because just in the room is just, it's even easier to sell, like face to face. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we built this damn seminar space out. We built about 500.
Dude, you got to do it.
It's like, I know. It's every excuse in the book not to. Yeah, crazy.
You own a marketing company. Turn it on.
I know. I said to my wife like a month ago, I said, okay, we're going to start doing the seminars. And she's like, have you looked at my calendar?
Do you give me permission to do the seminars?
Right. Yeah.
It was kind of similar for us for a long time. It was like, this feels good. And it was like making it work. Did Tracy want to? Not when? That was half of the whole thing, was kind of getting her on board with like, she really doesn't want to do this stuff in the evenings, and that's been the best time. Although the 10:30 a.m. slot with the old folks has been slaying.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, asset protection heaven right there.
Huh. Yeah, man, that's like peak day for them. That's
they're like prices. They're like, we're talking to Zihmer Law Firm and price is right. We're having a good day.
We've been up for 6 hours already.
Yeah.
How many attendees are you generally getting?
So we're right now, kind of in just sort of a test phase. So we're doing 1,000 in ad spend per event. That's typically getting us around 60 signups. Show up rate then is
20 of them showing up.
Yeah, like 17 to 21 are showing, and then 3 to 6 are buying.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yeah, 3 to 6 are buying for like $4 to $7 grand a piece.
Yeah, that's like killer numbers.
Right. Yeah. Right. Like it's not like a 4.5 ROAS of like, it's good. Like again, to me, anything in our space, if you can hit 3, a return on average 3x, like it does function. I'm not saying it's gonna be the best margins ever. Doesn't mean it's what I would love, but like if you should be able to make 3 work. If you can hit 4 or 5, that's phenomenal to me. Yeah. If you can start getting closer to 10 on stuff, you're doing great. And when you can break 10, like you should ride that thing as hard as you can. Like the Google Ads days, like it's hard for us to break 10 now in Google Ads anymore. But like pre-COVID, like crappy months were like a 12 or 13.
Huh.
Like I used to push almost a 20x ROAS on Google Ads before 2020. Oh yeah, like 17, 18, 19 all the time. Now it's like, we hit 11, that was insane. We were at 8, right. We were at 7, we're at 6, we're at 9.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about the range.
Above 5 is like good. As long as I'm above 5, I'm happy with it. I'm like, oh my God, we're at 8. Like that was a really good month.
Right, right. Are you promoting the webinars on social? Is that where you're pushing them?
Meta ads, yep. So Facebook and Instagram ads.
Yeah, not on Google, right?
No, we don't do any Google for that. And then we, right now we've only done text or image-based ads. We've not moved into video ads, but the video ads did really well for my book launch in Vertex. And I think once I got into a rhythm of like writing scripts and shooting and how to edit, like how I wanted to make that look, I think we could do that for Tracy, for the law firm, to do video ads en masse for the webinars.
Yeah, we could definitely. Ashley's really good in front of the camera. Do you do any ads on social, on Meta, for like lead generation?
Not outside of webinars as a lead gen. The only thing we do is we run one ad group in probate. What is probate? That goes to a lead magnet, which is a book on what is probate.
Right.
And that works nice, right? Because then our cost per click on that is like $1.35 because it's so exact.
Yep.
And then they're converting because they're signing up. So they get this very high value book that walks them through everything, kind of pushes them to us as CT at the end to talk to us. But then we hit them with a really good soap opera sequence of like, I think 5 or 6 day email sequence. I mean, those people by like email 4 or 5, they are hitting us up like, can you guys help with this? This is the fact pattern. Could you do this for me?
Nice. That's smart. Yeah, we've got that going for the marketing company, but we haven't really implemented it for the law firm. Yeah.
It's fun, right? Like when you have the 2 company thing, you start like you can experiment different things. Like, oh, this would work over here, or we have to figure it out. Oh, then I can take this over here. Like, I'll do my book launch. I learned so much stuff to bring back over to webinars and seminars at the law firm from Vertex book launch. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah. We have this woman. Her name's Elle. She's amazing marketing director. Amazing. She's with the marketing company, but she does all the ads for all the marketing for the marketing company, right?
Oh yeah. Because you guys have a nice presence. Like it's it's everywhere. Like
yeah,
it's really good and it's catchy.
Like she's killing it. We got a great video guy who's creating all these wild videos, and
I love them.
They're fun. I'm like, look, fucking make us interesting.
Yeah.
Just make us interesting. I don't care what you do. Just if you put me in a G-string on the beach, some AI creation, I don't give a shit. Just do it.
Well, the amount of creative you need is wild. I mean, for the book launch, we ran ads for 3 weeks. I think we ended up with 409 unique pieces of creative.
Oh my God.
Yeah. My guy is good crazy. He was like, we are going to crank it up. But we ran a 14x ROAS on the book launch.
Hell yeah.
So like it worked.
You got a team now or what?
It's me and Tracy.
for Vertex?
Yeah. We got to figure out. Yeah, we got to figure out somebody.
You gotta come up there and smack you in the back.
I know. The problem, so we talked. So the good problem was when I ripped my bicep off the forearm, which do not suggest anybody do. They put me in a soft cast. So the first surgeon was like, "You'll be hard cast then braced still." And more people were like, "There's a second school of thought," and I ended up going with a different surgeon, and he goes, "Unless something weird happens, you're going to be in a soft splint for 2 weeks. You'll be able to move your arm as soon as the nerve block's off." It was probably 3 days. I was starting to move my arm, very light. It's just kind of weird and eerie to do it. But by the time the splint was off, I was like, you could drink with it and stuff. And I mean, this is my bad arm. I'm still in physical therapy, but curling 3 pounds, so getting jacked again. But I'm allowed to pick my laptop up and stuff. So that shifted because I didn't think I was going to be able to type or do anything for like months. We talked about that. Yeah. And then they were like, could you take it easy for a week? And I was like, So I got out of my, I have to hire a me.
Yeah, dude, you got a real business though.
I know, yeah, right? I don't know the path or, for what you've done with Non-Stuffy on the marketing side, but, it was one of these like, this is fun. This is cool. We're helping some people. And then it was like, we're helping some more people. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, fuck, this is like a legitimate, like, real business. And it just kind of happened. January of 2023, we were making $441 a month in it. gross and expenses were more.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'll give it 5 years. It's a passion project. As long as it doesn't cost me anything, I really enjoy just giving back to people. And now it's like, oh, this is a lot. So yeah, we were just talking. I need some kind of offshore, like I love offshore talent, but I think we're doing more and more events and like going places. And I'm stealing people from the law firm to help, which is good. Like they enjoy it, but then it's like, so it's like I need someone in person, probably pretty quick, probably with an offshore too. Like, hey, we could delegate everything offshore, but then I need someone who's like, we're going to like our inner circle masterminds in Florida in January. Like, it'd be nice to bring another person to just help set up all that stuff. When we go to Charleston for our next conference, like it'd be nice to bring somebody in the spring to Charleston instead of like me and Tracy having to do everything. So I'm getting there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. For our marketing company, so Ryan Tanner was doing our ads.
Yeah. Because like, I mean, that's what he had done, right? Like,
yeah. And, as we got closer and closer together, I talked to him about the directory idea for a while, and then I tried to steal him. I was like, "Hey, just come work for our law firm, right? Just come work for our law firm."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, man, you've referred me a lot of clients on Facebook, and I'm like really entrenched in law firm marketing, and it's starting to grow."
Yeah.
And I kind of jokingly was like, "Well, why don't we just partner together?" And he was like, "Let's do it." Like,
is that how that was like born?
Yeah, I was like,
that's cool.
I was literally, dude, I was sitting on the toilet.
The best things happen there.
I was texting with him, and I said, "Why don't we just partner together?" And he's like, replied back immediately, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
And the next day we had lunch, and it was just off and running. But we started off hiring a guy he knows. He's got a lot of business executive experience.
Yeah.
And then we found Elle, the marketing director, like right away. We hired a video guy, an SEO guy, and an account manager. So how many of that?
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
You guys grew fast, like employee wise, like you jumped in that quickly.
Yeah, we were very intentional about it. I put money into the company.
Yeah.
And we got a copywriter to do our SEO stuff.
Love it.
Yeah, and now we got a Facebook, a social guy who's running, just dedicated to the social ads. Hired another ads account manager, sales assistant, and now we're looking for somebody for our own social media, like our own social media marketer.
Yeah.
For the company.
Yeah.
That's difficult. That's actually really hard to find. Like, everybody's a social media manager. Dude, we have this ad out, and it's like 200 replies, 200 applicants in like 5 days. And it's like, and then you look at it, and it's like,
right? I mean, for a lot of years, that became this like default of like, I didn't know what else to do. So I did that. And SEOs kind of can be the same thing. Like, like, oh, I've done SEO. Like, have you?
Right, have you?
I've dicked around the back end of a WordPress website a few times.
Yeah, it's like you talk to Gage, who's our SEO manager. You talk to him, and it's like, okay, that's an SEO guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we needed to get him out of there because he's now building out the directory. He's been doing both.
Cool.
He's doing our SEO and then building the directory like at night. And he just didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
So we hired another guy, and Gage interviewed him. He's like, okay, this guy's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everyone's SEO, everyone's social media.
Yeah.
Really not.
You're growing this, man. You're gonna be bumping up to the range SV here before too long.
Well, we just in October we just had our first profitable month.
There we go, man.
Yeah, so we started in May. We've got, I think, maybe 65 attorney clients.
No joke. That's incredible, man. Great. Holy smokes.
Yeah. We brought in a little over $100,000 last month.
So that's incredible.
Yeah, we're stoked. And it's with the marketing, it's recurring revenue. I mean, you got the same thing with Vertex. Like, oh yeah.
Once you have one of those businesses, you realize that's the better idea like, right, you start having a lot of discussions on how do we bring this to the law firm because it's a better model.
Right. 'Cause especially with estate planning, they're one-offs.
Right. Yep. I mean, we get stuff back where there's no predictability. Like we have good LTV, we do a ton of email marketing, so we get it keeps going up over time, but there's no predictable path of if we work with you today, when will you come back for more? It's like you will, but how much and when?
Yeah, 30 years later.
Yeah,
Right.
we've been in business since 2017. I mean, part of it might be, I think part of it's emails and being in front of people, but I think also part of it's maybe a life cycle of we are definitely getting a lot more updates from people now. And, hey, it's been 5-6 years. We did this last. The kids were 15 now. They're 22 and 24. We need to talk about this stuff. So we're definitely we didn't see that for a lot of years. Now we're getting a lot of like, hey, or we did a will with you guys just to be cheap. We've been seeing the emails about probate. Could we talk about doing a trust now? Sure, or we did a rev trust. Could we do an asset protection irrevocable trust? Hey, when we worked with you last, we were 62, we're 68, we've got some health things going on. Could we shift? I'm like, okay, let's do that.
Yeah, I guess we'll probably start seeing that in the relatively near future. We started doing estate planning. Must have been end of 2021. Yeah, we started our maybe November 2021.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you do maybe see that shift as you get into like 26 or 27, start getting into like a lot of people need to come back if you stay in front of them too. I don't know if you guys we didn't do email. One of the biggest mess ups, or anybody who's listening, you should do email marketing. Holy smokes, that is like shooting fish in a barrel. And we definitely dropped the ball on that for years, and it's just insane how many people reply back and like, hey, could we do this? Can I send somebody over? It's all emails.
Yeah, we need to be a little more intentional with our email marketing. Right now, we send out 4 emails a week.
Ooh.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Love
but
it.
They're essentially links to a YouTube video of something that Ashley did.
Yeah.
Which is fine, right? But what I want to do, in Zoho, we have the leads that come in based on practice area.
Yeah.
Right. And so we can set up email sequences based on practice area, there's what stage they're at, all of that.
Yep.
It's a shit ton of work.
Yep.
Right. To get them all built out.
Yep.
And so there's been other things that keeps getting pushed to the back burner doing them.
I like that. So we have a ton of success that was just generic. We don't send it to current clients. We delay current clients like post close by a couple months just so it's not like, I thought we just did that with you. But anybody who never engaged or old clients from just before, basically once that case closes, we just put it on timer and then they hit, and we just do that en masse. And that just draws them out of the woodwork. I mean, we do a lot of what you're talking about, like different sequence stuff during their case, lead warm up, all of that. But this is this side of just like, hey, we worked with you, Joe, 3 years ago, and it's just kind of emails of like, you should be aware of this. We do this, dumb stuff. The reply rate we had on an email that was Tracy making the case for candy corn, like it was like for Halloween, like why it's so good, because I believe it should go in the trash. But and it was like reply back with if you like it or not. I mean, it was everybody hit reply and it was like, I love it, I hate it, I like Reese's cups, I like M&Ms, I like these. What are your kids doing for Halloween? Right, and then it's like, and then the next email goes out, and then they're like, ooh, we need that. Okay, we need a trust.
That's good. We started implementing in Zoho projects. So we have our probate projects. And we were able to set it up where when certain tasks are completed,
Yep.
the client gets an automated email like, "Hey, this was done."
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And especially during those times where they're waiting, right? It's like filling that vacuum in.
And it's cutting down on them then emailing or calling your firm.
That's
right. If you're in front of it, I would have asked to know what's going on, but you told me, so I'm good now.
That was the whole intention behind it. I think it's been really successful. We've had it in for probably 4 or 5 months.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time we do a lot of that, and then something comes up, we kind of track like the questions and where we get them in stages in our practice areas. And it's like once it hits a triggering amount, then we build that in preemptively to try to never have that happen again.
What software are you using?
So we're in Lawmatics, and then we push, and then we kind of do the project management side. So we task the team in Lawmatics, but then like the dashboards of like what's going on with everything we do in Monday, and so we push and zap everything to Monday. We've been talking. We are outgrowing Lawmatics.
Are you?
Yeah, I
heard it's pretty good.
It is, and probably kind of like you got like I think for, and I don't mean this bad, like the average, above average, most attorneys, it's a phenomenal tool. We're just so automated and want so much stuff. The API and connections with Lawmatics is, there's a lot of things you can't do. Yeah. Where Zoho, HubSpot, these other tools are like, what would you like to do? We do it, and if not, we will connect to everything in the planet. Where Lawmatics has been a bit more locked down. Yeah. I think we will probably end up building our own stuff and go high level.
Go high level.
We will definitely be in something more enterprise level, Zoho, HubSpot, or GHL, but every time I look at something, I want this feature. I'm like, I think we're just going to go over there. There's no dev and timeline. It's not like we're broken Lawmatics, but we will not be, as we double and triple again, like we won't. That'll, whatever. In the next 18 to 36 months, we will probably leave Lawmatics and be in one of these other tools. Because sometimes I talk to people, and I know you're in Zoho, and they'll be like, I'm in Zoho. There's a lot of work. We're growing. I'm like, are you going to grow? Like, are you committed to being bigger? They're like, yeah. I'm like, then don't leave. Go talk to Joe. Find these people who are like have really set it up. But if you're going to run a $400,000-$600,000 practice and probably stay there, then it's probably too big. But if you are like, I'm building a business, and you're already in it works, I'm like, do not leave it for Lawmatics. Like, you're going to break Lawmatics then when you get to, I don't know, whatever, 2, 3, 4 million. Like, you're going to get to a point you're going to be like, I hate it, and then you're going to want to go back. So just stay where you're at.
Yeah. When we first met with our developer, our Zoho developer, he was because I was like kicking around Salesforce. We used Salesforce for a little bit, and he was just like, look, when you get to over 300 employees, then go to Salesforce. But and I don't even know if that's true anymore with what Zoho can do. Yeah. Anyway, how you liking the Range Rover?
Love it. Best purchase I made. I'm a car guy. Like I am a car guy. So like I as Tracy said, she's like, you've had so many cars since I've known you. I'm like, I know. I get bored and I get something else. But it's like a Vault. I don't know if you ever saw that clip of Rogan when he was talking about them, and he was like, it's like an M1 Abrams. You just close the door and it's a Vault. The music's great. It's like it is the softest, nicing riding vehicle I've ever been in.
Isn't it amazing?
It's unreal. It's unreal.
I had no intention on getting a car, and then our accountant, our CPA called us. We were on our way to Puerto Rico for Thanksgiving last year. She's like, we got a problem. You guys have made too much this year.
Which are really fun problems, by the way.
Right. She's like, okay, so this trip to Puerto Rico you're about to go on tomorrow, this is a business trip, right? I was like, yeah, it is. And she's like, okay, we need to figure out how to spend about $300,000 real fast.
Yep.
I was like, okay. Yeah, man, I fucking tried that thing out. I was between that and the Cybertruck.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah. I like the Cybertruck. I like the automated driving.
Yeah.
I like to have that as a feature. I test drove it. Dude, have you ever driven one of them?
No, I've not. I've been in I've driven a Model 3. That's it.
Model 3. Ashley ended up she got a Model S.
Sweet. S. Oh, no way.
You like fast cars, right?
I do.
This is like nothing you've ever been in.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how to drive one day, because it is, dude. I put it in like the loot, they call it. Yeah. And I'll floor the gas, and I have never. It goes so fast that I have never gotten it up to 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'll get it up to 45, and I'm like, okay, I need to stop.
Yes.
And I take off. I pull off of it.
And I can't imagine, because when I had my M5, I think it's 0 to 60 was like 2.8 or 2.9 seconds, and I think that's a full second faster. And that was that same thing of like, I will kill myself before I get to 60 miles an hour. Like, I will die. If a deer jumps out, we're all dead.
Yes. This thing pins you, and you feel that knot in your stomach when you do it.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's literally like being in a fucking rocket ship. You're like, face goes back.
Yeah, I would. Range was not. We were similar. It was one of those. Vertex was taken off more. It was like, you know what, you can do it now end of the year, but like if it's even remotely what you're on, like you're gonna be wishing you spent money. So it's like, all right, cool. Then I'm tired of having a car. I'm gonna go back to an SUV, and I was like really into the Audi RS Q8.
I was looking at them too.
Like, you know, again, because I was loving just the like brashness of the like super power, 650 horsepower cars and stuff. So I was like shopping, like looking all over the country for certain colors and specs. And I was like, let me just make sure there's like nothing else I like. So I went to the Range dealership to look at a Sport. And went and looked at the Sport and was like, this is like the nicest car I've ever been in. So I was like, all right, I gotta come back. Then I kind of slept on. I was like, I gotta go look at a full size now. Like that's not at all the same kind of car, but that is awesome. So I went and test drove a regular and was like,
I never test drove the Sport. Did you like the Sport more or
no? No, but that's what got me to the brain. Like when I do that, I was like, oh, I've got to see the full size because this is making me rethink what I was looking at. So then when I looked at the full size, I was like, okay, like that door just sinks shut and it's dead quiet. And it was like, okay, with the V8, it's still fast enough. I like this though. I can't feel, I'm going over, but PA's all potholes. Like you don't feel anything.
Oh.
It just glides.
You feel totally protected.
Yes.
Totally. I remember. In the summer, we went to New Jersey, stayed with my father, and he's got a new Ford Explorer, right? And they're nice cars.
Yes.
Right? Dude, I got in it, and I used it for the week. It felt like a fucking peanut shell.
Yeah, man.
I felt like I felt like if someone hit me, I would die in an instant.
I know. Yeah. It's one of those. This is going to be hard. It's one of these like. I bounce around, so it's like, will I have those only? It's hard to think yes, but it's also hard to think that like I wouldn't want one again.
That you wouldn't want one again.
That like it's one of these like, oh, like could I really give up that ride? Like I don't think I could give up that ride.
I mean, where else? What else? What other cars like?
And it's easy to get into. Like so, when I had the M5, that was a blast. Oh, so stiff. But it was low. Like being 6'6". Like I think like an S class would be an awesome car, but I kind of hate unfolding like a damn praying mantis in and out of the car. So that's what I like about this is bigger. But like Tracy has a Mercedes GLS, and it is for being pretty similarly priced vehicles. It is her GLS is a very nice car. This is
head and shoulders above it.
Especially like the ride, the quiet, like you can have that like the sound system like so low and perfectly hear it because there's like no road noise.
What does the GLS run?
So she is the inline 6 or whatever. So I like hers was like 108 or 110. If you get the V8, which like I was like, you should get the V8. It's it's in the 130 to 150, 160 range, super fast. And if it's an AMG, it's like heading to 180 plus. So it's like their AMGs and the SVs, the 580s, and then the whatever the range is with the V8, and then you can get that V6 or inline 6 in the range in hers. So again, she's not a car person. She's like, I need an inline 6. I don't need anything else. Like if it doesn't roar, it's not a vehicle to me.
Yeah. I don't know why Ashley got the S. She's been wanting the S
because it's awesome.
She's been wanting it for years, right? But she drives my dead grandmother drives faster than she
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were out in Napa in May, and we rented a 911 convertible out there and did the coast and all that stuff. And I was like, that's on the bucket. Like that's kind of what made it. It's like I can go to an SUV because that's next at some point because that was the most fun car. Huh? Yeah, that was a blast.
Where'd you go? Like Half Moon Bay area?
So we flew into San Francisco. And then we were going to Napa, so we took like the longest way. Like we wanted, it was fun. So we went. I'm trying to think. We went like all the way to like Bodega Bay, and then came back down, and then out to Napa, and then we got set up in Napa. We did a couple days of wine tasting, and then we did another day. Then we went to see redwoods and stuff. So we came back. We went up to Calistoga, back to like Bodega. Then we went like up to Jenner and kept going up to like no man's land where there's like no guardrails on the Pacific Ocean. By the way, like yeah. Then we went way up, like all past down like Point Reyes and all that, and then came back down back to Napa, did some more wine, and then all the way, and then back out, and then back down. So we drove a ton. It was a blast.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
How long were you there?
Like 6 days, I think.
Dude,
Or a week. No, Sunday to Sunday. It was a week. Yeah, it was a week. Sunday to Sunday, yeah.
I lived a 2-hour drive to about 2.5 hours, I guess, from Napa for 17 years.
No way.
I never went once to Napa.
We're wine folks. So, I mean, that was
We are too.
That was fun. But it, again, I'm never going to California to move. Can't. But it was shockingly beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. That was one of the hardest. That was,
Yeah.
we had friends there too, but the beauty of it. We lived in the Monterey Bay near Santa Cruz.
Oh, got it.
And dude, we lived a 5-minute walk to the beach.
Yeah.
And literally a 5-minute drive to the redwood forest.
It was incredible.
Incredible. But the fucked up thing was
half your money was going to taxes.
yeah, that got bad. That got real bad real quick, dude. A 1-bedroom piece of shit shack in that area is over $1 million.
Yeah, we were in San Francisco and would see some like shack, like looked like awful, and it would be for sale. And Tracy would pull it up on like Zillow and was like, it's $800,000, $1.5 million. Like, holy smokes!
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But so we were here in Santa Cruz. Then there's San Jose, Silicon Valley area.
Yes.
There's the Santa Cruz Mountains that go over.
Okay.
And as time went on, right, that area up in San Jose, Silicon Valley, the prices started getting higher and higher. And you had these guys who are making $500,000, $600,000, $800,000 salaries who can't afford to buy a place.
It's insane.
There, right? So they all started moving down to where we were.
Yep.
And the traffic got nuts, absolutely nuts. Like, we lived a 4 miles away from our daughter's gymnastics.
Okay.
So she would be at gymnastics. This is when she was younger. I would pick her up 4 miles away. Would take 45 minutes.
Dude,
to
that's
get
awful.
home.
Yeah, that's not living.
I ended up buying a Vespa because in California,
Oh my gosh.
you can split lanes,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
so, dude, I have her on the back in her leotard,
Oh my
riding on the
gosh.
highway, and we get home in 10 minutes. And
Wow.
it was nuts,
Yeah.
but it was nuts. You couldn't go anywhere.
No.
Right? It was like, it got to be this craziness. And yeah, I mean, that was just the tip of the iceberg with California.
But I could go out. I could make an annual or every other year. I could do this. I was like, anytime you want to go, Tracy, like we'll go to Napa. We'll do that again. Like, I loved it.
100%. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, you got to run, right? You got to go get that thing.
I
checked
do.
out.
I'm hating life right now. I'm having a blast, but it's sore.
What's going on? You got like an infection or something?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's the eyelid. Saturday I woke up like it. Sunday it was not better, so I went and they got a bunch of antibiotics, and it's not really looking better. So I'm gonna go make sure nothing else is going on.
Yeah, you gotta.
I look like a damn goonie.
Yeah, you've been sniffing around places you shouldn't be. Cool, dude. Well, great job on the book.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
You've officially made it. Once you've written a book, you're there. You're there. You are now. Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to read it once it comes in. It's supposed to come in on Friday.
Awesome.
I will 100% read it, write a review.
Appreciate it.
And,
if you do nothing else, the first chapter or two will probably be reminiscent as you guys started. I have a lot of the those first days when it's freaking really hard. Some of the people that have read it already were like, that really resonated. Like, I didn't realize you guys struggled so much. It's like, it was freaking terrible.
Yeah. The first year or so, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Is this going to work?
Yeah. It's 18-hour days and you don't know what to do.
Yeah. So look, if you don't have it yet, if you haven't bought it yet, go buy The High Performance Law Firm. You can find it on Amazon. And all right, brother.
Awesome, man. Always good to chat. Thank you.
Too.
Bye-bye.
All right. See ya.